Hello everyone and welcome to Sinful Gaming. I hope you're all doing well, I hope you're all staying safe, and most of all, I hope you're all fighting that war against the grey. Today's video, we're going to take a look at start collecting Warhammer 40,000, and today we're going to take a look at how you can start a Leagues of Votann army using the Combat Patrol box set for said army. In this video, we're going to go through, talk a little bit about all the units that come inside the Leagues of Votann box set, and then we'll take a look at some other units we can grab to expand upon this initial box set. Finally, we'll finish off the video with a little sample 1000-point army list using the contents of this box set as the core for that army list to give you some inspiration on how to start your own Leagues of Votann army. And so, to start with, the first thing we get in the box set is a character model which can be built as either Uthar the Destined or can be built as a Carl, which is a generic version of Uthar the Destined. Uthar the Destined being the named character option for the Leagues of Votann. Now, for the purpose of this video, we are going to look at Uthar the Destined because he is the model they suggest to build on the box set. Now, he's got a weapon skill, bliss skill 2+, strength, toughness 5 and 6 wounds with 5 attacks and a 3-up save. His Volkite Disintegrator is a Hunter 3 weapon. Hunter's really interesting. This just gives him the amount of shots. Many ranged weapons in the Votanns have the Hunter keyword. The number of attacks a model makes with a Hunter weapon is equal to the number written on that weapon's profile after its type. For example, a mod shooting a Hunter 1 weapon makes 1 attack with a weapon, Hunter 3 shoots 3 times, and so on. Now that is strength 5, no AP, and damage 1, and each time an attack is made with this weapon, a modified hit roll of a 6 inflicts a mortal wound and the attack sequence ends. He's then got the Blade of the Ancestors for +1 strength, -4 AP, damage 2, and each time an attack is made with this weapon, a modified 6 inflicts 2 mortal wounds on the target and the attack sequence ends. It inflicts 3 mortal wounds instead if the target that attack has 1 or more judgment tokens on them, however. He has a Rampart Crest as well, which gives him the Rampart Shield aura, where while a friendly Great Arthurian League infantry or biker unit is within 6 inch, models in that unit have a 5-up invulnerable save against ranged attacks. Now, he has a 4-up invulnerable save as well, and he's got the Kindred Hero aura, where he can reroll hit rolls of 1 for a friendly core unit nearby, and in your command phase, the High Carl, he can select a friendly unit as well. Within 6 inch of him, that's a friendly Great Arthurian core or character, and until the start of your next command phase, each time a model in that unit makes an attack, you can re-roll the hit roll as well. So pretty cool. Now, the Destined rule on him, each time an attack is allocated to this model, the damage characteristic is reduced by 1, and his Grim Efficiency rule in each of your command phases, if every unit in your army is from the same league, you can select one enemy unit that is visible to this token, and if you do so, that unit gains a judgment token. Now, we've then got Hearthkin Warriors. These are your only troop options for the Leagues of Votann. They're pretty good. 3 weapon skill and bliss skill, strength, toughness 4, a single wound, and 2 attacks per model. They have a large variety of different weapons, but really it's a choice between auto pattern bolters, which are 24 inch, Hunter 2, strength 4, AP -1, damage 1, or the Ion Blasters and an 18 inch, Hunter 1, strength 5, -2 AP, damage 2 weapon. You got a variety of different weapon options in there, from the Plasma Beamer, which is a nice cool beam weapon. It hits every unit in its distance. The Hylas Auto Rifle, Hunter 3, strength 6, -2 AP, damage 1. Or the Magna Rail Rifle, which has the cool Magna Rail rule, where all damage it inflicts just keeps on splashing over to the next model. There's this D3 damage +3. If you rolled a 6, it would kill 3 single Space Marines, as the 2 and 2 and 2 would carry over to the next model, unlike it normally doesn't for the Leagues of Votann and for Warhammer 40k. Now, you've got a bunch of optional war gear. First of all, the Medipack will allow you to turn the damage from the first failed saving throw to 0. You've got the Comms Array, which will allow you to be considered to be within a Kindred Hero ability from a League Cull within 24 inch instead of the normal range, and the Scanner will allow you to ignore the effects of light cover on your opponent's units. We then have a unit of Chthonian Berserks. Now, they're a combat-focused unit we can take with the army. You got the option for the Concussion Mauls at times 2 strength, -3 AP, damage 3, or the Heavy Plasma Axe, which can do a +1 strength, -3 AP, damage 2 attack, or get extra attacks with their sweeping weapon profile. Their big thing is they've got the augmented rule where they've got a 5+ feel no pain, and the cyber stims, you can reroll charge rolls made for this unit, and each time a model in this unit is destroyed by a melee attack, if it's not 4, it can fight before it is removed from play. Lastly, we have a fast attack choice in the Herdkin Pioneers. These are a biker unit available too. They can take a variety of different weapons, from Hylas rotary cannons, iron beamers, and the Magnacoil auto cannons as well. They can have a couple of different cool upgrades as well to be able to ignore the effects of either light cover or dense cover, and also get the multi-wave comms array to be within range of the League Carl's abilities as well. The Ranger Outriders ability allows you at the start of the first battle round, before the first turn begins, they can make a normal move of up to 12 inch as if it were your movement phase, though they have to end 9 inch away from enemy models. Looking at where to go next, and the first box set I would grab after that is immediately grab another box of Hearthkin Warriors. This is going to give you 2 troops choices, which is really going to serve you well for quite a time until you're going to need to grab a third box of these and get your 3 troops choices for 2,000 point armies. Now, moving on to something different, we have the Grimnir, a Psyker for the Leagues of Votann. Now, the Grimnir can use 2 psychic powers a turn and attempt to deny one of your opponent's psychic phase. It knows Smite and additional 2 psychic powers from the Skin Wrought Discipline, which is the Leagues of Votann specific discipline. It has a 4-up invulnerable save, a League core unit within 6 inches of them, add 1 to the combat attrition test, and the Corv support units are really cool. Each time the unit suffers from a peril of the warps, if it's got 1 or more Corv support models in its unit, that unit is destroyed and you ignore the effects of the perils of the warp. Now, the destruction of Corv models is ignored for the purposes of morale test, as well as they're just, little robots. Your Grimnir does not give a damn about them. Looking at a heavy support option, and we have the Brockia Thunderkin. Personal favourite of mine. First of all, they look amazing, but they have a variety of different weapons you can take, from the bolt cannons, which are Hunter 3, Strength 6, minus 2 AP, damage 2, the SP Converter Beamers, which are a Hunter 1 beam weapon, Strength 7, minus 2 AP, damage 3, and the Graviton Blast Cannons, my personal favourite, Hunter D6, Strength 5, minus 3 AP, damage 2, blast. And if they ever are fighting anything that's got a save characteristic of 3 or better, they have a damage characteristic of 3. The Omnivisors as well will allow them to ignore the effects of dense cover. Now, the last unit to talk about is the Sagator. There's a couple of units that are really cool. Now, you can choose to actually take these in squadrons. If you take them in units of 2, they can actually carry your full squad of Hearthkin Warriors, 5 models in each one, and they split into 2 separate units. You can also choose to take 5 Berserks in there, or a unit of 10 Berserks over 2 models. They've got a variety of different weapon options. They're pretty fast with a 12-inch move, a really nice transport option that's not too expensive for your Leagues of Votann. And so here we have our sample army list. We've just got a Warlord trait. It's the only thing we're taking in our patrol detachment. So we've got 2 CP left over, spending a point. We're not having to spend any on the patrol detachment thanks to our Warlord being in there. Now, Uthar the Destined is going to be our Warlord. And the cool thing about Uthar the Destined is he actually gets to take 2 different Warlord traits available to him. The first of these being Ancestral Bearing, where you add 3 inches to the range of all his aura abilities. And you've also got the Experienced Eye one as well, which is going to him to use the Grim Efficiency to put a Judgment token on a unit an additional time per phase. Now we've got our Grimnir as well, which is going to pick a couple of psychic powers. We've gone for, first of all, Fortify for +1 toughness on one of our unit and a 6-up Feel No Pain, and Null Vortex, which will stop an enemy unit being able to use invulnerable saves. For our troops choice, we've gone with the Ion Blasters in our units, and then we've got all 3 of the upgrades, the Medipack, Scanner, and the Comms Array. Both units have got a Magna Rail Rifle, while one has a L7 missile launcher and the other has the High Lass Auto Rifle in it. Next, we have the Chthonian Berserks with heavy plasma axes. I think they're just better. They've got more versatility to them, and a Mole Grenade Launcher. We've got a fast attack unit of Hearthkin Pioneers with the Scanner and Comms Array, and then we've got Hylas Rotary Cannon as well on the last one. Lastly, rounding out the force, we have a unit of Brockia Thunderkin with Graviton Blast Cannons, rounding us out at 996 points, 2 CP left over, and 40 for our power level. If you've got some thoughts on how to use the Combat Patrol for the Leagues of Votann, let us know down in the comments below. Well, that's the end of the video. Thank you all for watching. We hope you enjoyed. If you did, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And also, drop us a comment down below letting us know what you enjoyed about the video. If you'd like to go and chat more with me and other members of our community here at Sinful Gaming, you can do so on our Discord server, which is linked down in the video's description. If you'd like to help support the channel more, you can do so either by Patreon or YouTube members, or going to our Teespring store, all of which are linked down in the video's description as well. As a special thank you to our patrons and YouTube members, we'd like to give you all a shout out. So, a special Patreon shout out to Christian Weir, Soren, Kenny Lyle, Aaron Shot First, Andrew Bowen, Nathan Fee, The Rising Ape, Q Dynamic, Anthony B, JJ Austrian, Average Wargamer, Domir, Mark Harvey, James Cader, Derek Bloobs, Benjamin Suarez, and Red Martin. And as thank you to our YouTube members as well: Green Roots Gaming, Kenton Young, Ronya, Lock Lorick, The Johnny84, David Ellsworth, Wolfric Nick, Broken Chef, Ariana Edwards, Revenar, Pink, Nico Fire, Robin Mankiller, Monty's Tabletop Terrain, John Castle, and Davis Wire. Special thanks also to Lady Witchfox Art, who does all the amazing artwork you see on the channel, like you can see pictured here on this slide. Thank you once again for watching, everyone. Stay safe, stay well, and most of all, keep fighting that war against the grey. Ciao for now.